Hey everybody, Sean here from New Earth Healing Center, coming at you from beautiful Kelowna, BC. Today I want to talk to you guys a bit about stepping into your gifts and your purpose. So we're all eternal beings. We've had many incarnations. We've picked up so many gifts along the way. I'm going to ask you a simple question today. Do you remember your gifts? Do you remember your purpose? Do you remember why you came? So many of us don't. So many of us are stuck in jobs that are unfulfilling, that we're just going to for money. I did the same for a lot of years. So many of us are so energetically drained after the day. So many of us go to work just to make that check and then look for fulfilling things in partners to fill us up because our work isn't fulfilling us. Really, we came here to live a purpose, to do something great only we can do. When we get in line with that, life gets amazing and magical, and that's what we came here to do. So I ask you, do you remember your gifts, your purpose? If you're not living it, that's something I can help you with. So a little bit about my story first. Ever since I was a kid, I used to see spirit. I arrived here very open. I was a very open-minded kid. My grandparents put me, I used to go to Sunday school, and I remember sitting there in Sunday school listening to them talk about God and God of the Bible, and I was always thinking, God must be an alien. Just the story just all fit, and thinking about angels and flying things, and I knew that I had an inner knowing. There was some innate wisdom I brought forward from other lifetimes, and I really don't think I was very far off. So we bring forward these gifts as a kid. That's why many kids can see spirit. We're kind of taught that out of us, or we numb that ourselves, which is what happened to me. So as years went on, I started to numb things. I started using a little bit of drugs, and to numb things, I was very sensitive, very pick up on things, and very empathic, and all that kind of stuff in the world, especially being a guy. The world teaches you out of that. You're not allowed to cry, you're not allowed to show your emotions, all that kind of stuff. So I started to get hardened, and using drugs and stuff. So my gifts started to go away. When I was 22, I started a stucco company. I became very successful, made millions doing that. And I was so unfulfilled. It was at the start, I've always been a very motivated person. Always very driven. With my stucco company at the start, it was very fulfilling because I was always chasing. And it got to a point where how many more things can you buy, and when are you going to be happy? When are you going to make it? Like, how many cars can you own? How much gold can you have? I had rings on every finger, like chains. Like, none of it made me happy. Like, everything I thought would make me happy, I wasn't happy. I knew there was more to life. So after years of that, after a motorcycle accident, there was sort of the perfect storm where I got introduced to opiates. I wasn't happy with my life. Addiction took me over hardcore. My life really fell apart after the next, I don't know, so many years went by, and slowly things just totally fell apart. My life was no more my old life. But in the last year of that, I had a random spiritual awakening that really rocked the core of who I thought I was. I started seeking out teachers like Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, Abraham Hicks, Greg Braden, teachers like that. And I really started transforming my life in such a big way. I ended up getting into a treatment center, a 2-year treatment program, where I took a deep dive in spirituality. And from there, that's really, ever since my awakening, synchronicities happened over and over and over. Like, ever since I woke up, I would just find the right teachers, everything started to come to me and feel in alignment. And so after I decided to get sober, things really amped up. I found the first thing that happened was I was in the used bookstore one day, and I was looking at books, and this book by Maureen St. Germain, Opening the Akashic Records, jumped out at me. It was like, what is this thing? I opened it up. I knew I needed to have this book, so I bought it, took it home. I never even heard of the Akashic Records before this. Took it home, started trying to open the Akashic Records. Didn't think I was doing it. Went on Maureen St. Germain's website, found this amazing psychic named Kristen Kalla, and she gave me a reading that spoke so deeply to me. She helped me remember. She told me I was a starseed, light worker, had all these healing abilities, psychic abilities, mediumship abilities, that I came here to be a healer. And this was when I was newly sober too. I didn't know about any of this, and it spoke so deeply to me. That was the thing with this reading, was it spoke so deeply to me that it changed my life. Like, it woke something up inside of me. I was like, I knew she was like, I knew what she was talking about. It was amazing. It's just such an amazing experience. So after finding her, she also told me at the end of the reading that I didn't even tell her I was trying to open the records. And she told me that the record keepers hear me and they're connecting with me, but I give up too easy to keep connecting, that I can open the records for myself and for others. So I've been doing that ever since. I also found my Reiki and energy work teacher, an awesome guy named Duncan Hart, here in Kelowna, owns Praxis. Took many courses through him. Lots of stuff is part of what I teach now. My psychic, I found another crazy synchronicity. My psychic development teacher found me. I was watching Gaia one day, and a psychic named Lauren Ciela was on there. He's been on Gaia a bunch of times. I really liked him and resonated with him, so I was looking up his work, and him and a lady named Crystal Heineman, another amazing psychic, they were partners on a podcast, and they were giving away a free reading. So I emailed them and asked them if I could have this free reading, and told them a bit about me. Crystal gets back to me and she's like, I never do this, but I feel called to give you my psychic development course for free. She's like, I see this as your path and I want to help you along, and all I ask is that you help somebody else along when you start your business. So, and it was crazy because I was looking at this course the day before and I didn't think I could afford it. Well, I couldn't afford it. So that was amazing. I've been training with her ever since. I also have had people, different people come into my life and mentor me in the Akashic Records. It's amazing. I've had teachers, anything that I have needed to learn, I've had teachers come into my life and teach me. And they became friends after, and it's just amazing, the synchronicity that happens once you align with your purpose and your path. Everything is drawn to you. Everything just comes to you. Everything is meant for you, will find you. It's crazy, such a crazy path. So with all that, I started the New Earth Healing Center in 2021. I do energy healing sessions, and they're a bit of a mix with Reiki, sound, some different energy healing techniques. I do those in person in Kelowna and also online over Zoom. I also do psychic and Akashic record readings. That's something I really am passionate about, helping people remember who they are, helping people remember their gifts and their abilities. I want to help people. I do help people like I was helped. That's really, that touched me in such a deep way. It's the most fulfilling work ever. And yeah, so if anybody listening to this would like to work further with me, I'm going to leave the links to my healing pages below. You can get a hold of me through Facebook, Instagram, email. Another thing I've been doing is hosting live events. We have another one coming up September 10th, called Stepping Into Your Gifts and Your Purpose. It's all about finding your gifts and your purpose. There's going to be there'll be teachings, energy work tools, Reiki, meditation, hypnotherapy, psychic readings. I teamed up with an amazing hypnotherapist named Hypnotherapy Services by Christine here in Kelowna. So we offer those classes in person in Kelowna, BC, and also online. Our first one this is our second one. It will be on September 10th, this Saturday, and this is going to be a reoccurring thing. So if you can't make this one, we're going to be offering more. If you're interested in those, I will leave the links in those below. And yeah, if any of this interests you or you want to work further, reach out to me. And I just want to say before I get off here that when you step into your gifts and your purpose and what you came to do, life is amazing. When I used to run my business, I felt like I was on top of the world some days, but there was always something missing. And now I may not have as much money as I used to, but everything that I need comes to me. It's attracted to me. It's amazing how it works. Like, the universe provides, the universe works for you. Especially when we're helping others, the universe will help us help others. It's when you're in that vibration, it's magical. Life gets amazing. So I really encourage anybody that's not living their purpose, that doesn't remember their gifts, it's time we remember. It's time we remember who we are. Life gets beautiful when you do that. So thanks for listening. Until next time.